What's going on, everybody? It's your boys over No Days Off DFS here to bring you that WNBA slate breakdown for this two-game WNBA slate. We got two back-to-back two-game slates, which is interesting. After having three-game slates, so five-game slates all throughout the week, we're slowly winding down, getting just two this time. Luckily, we're not going to be dealing with a showdown, so that's good over here for me. If you guys new here, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button so you guys don't miss any of the content your boy drops off here on the channel, and drop a like on this video if this video or any of my other videos or content is helping you guys win some money. Quick recap of last night, man. Dominique Malunga, man, she went out there double 25 minutes, looked great out there. Saw a couple of her highlights from last night's game. It looked amazing. I do want to know what the hell is going on with Skylar Diggins. How do you go out here minus 20 minutes? I feel like this is a statement from Skylar. 0 of 3 from the field, didn't actually attempt to shoot, facilitated, of course, had 6 assists. Okay, cool, Skylar, but this right here, not normal. Not normal. What is going on in Seattle? I want to know what's up with that right there, because that just doesn't make sense to me. Asia Wilson, Jackie Young, just the killer duo over here for the Aces, man. They went out there, they crushed it, they killed it. 26 points for Jackie, 29 for Asia. Like, can't say enough. Have they figured it out? No, I don't think that they have. But you're playing through your two best players. It just makes sense, and the upside would be there. Nalissa Smith actually going out here, yanking down 12 rebound, double for Nalissa. Double. A double, bro. double. 10 actual points, 12 rebounds, super efficient from the field, 5 of 6. I mean, wow. I can't even complain about it. Can't. All right, looking at today's slate right here, Chicago Sky taking on the Indiana Fever. For the Indiana Fever, we got to know what's going on with them, because they just lost both the backup guards, man. Sydney Colson, you can have my ACL, bro. The vibes are going to be low in the W without you being out there, dog. That's crazy. She tore her ACL. Really does suck. The last game going up against the Phoenix Mercury. And then freaking Ari McDonald broke a bone in her foot. That is just wow that you lose both of your guards. I don't know who was doing black magic, voodoo, or whatever. We do know it was, the Dewana Bonner revenge game versus the Indiana Fever. Maybe that might have had something to do with it. DB was in the back, talking to the witch doctor or some shit. I don't know, but that's just crazy that they lose two key pieces for them. I haven't seen anything on the waivers for them picking up anybody yet, but they're down to 3 actual guards: Lexi Hull, Kelsey Mitchell, Sophie Cunningham, what we see right here on the screen. So it'll be interesting to see if they actually do have to pick up somebody, but they do still technically have 9 players on the roster, so who knows. And then Chicago Sky, Ariel Atkins, I fully expect for her to play. She's been practicing and everything and ramping up in regards to her comeback from her leg injury. Nothing for the Sparks, nothing for the Golden State Valkyrie, really. So that's it right there. Heading over to DraftKings, the site to play the most on the site. If you guys don't got an account, you want one, check the link down in the description box below so you guys get that deposit match bonus and join your boy over here on the Kang. For the Chicago Sky, looking over here for them, Camila Cardoso really let me down last game. How the hell do you play your second most minutes of the season? No double. I don't understand that at all. The game was actually close to start out, and then all of a sudden just went to shit in the second half. And Cardoso, the usage, everything just went down. But 10K going up against Aaliyah Boston, you will have the size advantage. You're literally the only center that you guys actually have, since Elizabeth Williams is out there starting right there next to you. So the upside, it could be there for her. I definitely do think it's okay. She's played decent going up against them so far in the season, so I don't mind her. 10K. Stackable game if we really want to be real about it. You run Kelsey Mitchell, Leah Boston, Cardoso from over here, or Kelsey Mitchell, Leah Boston, Elizabeth Williams. That works right there as well. Either one of those definitely just makes sense to be able to run from this game so far. Elizabeth Williams, definitely don't mind her at all. In the one game that she did start, she played 23 minutes, had 23 actual fantasy points. She's been playing okay since she's been out there in the starting rotation. She definitely can go out there and get us a ceiling game where she goes out there and gets 40-something fantasy points, or she can give us a floor game with about 17 fantasy points. One of those two options, one of those two will be what she actually can go out here and do on tonight. 8,800, definitely do not mind going to her instead of Cardoso, just because she does tend to be a little bit more aggressive and things of that nature. And I do like the upside for her here in this spot, especially if she can be able to take advantage of Natasha Howard, bully her down low in the post or something like that. I don't mind it at all. Ariel Atkins, she's out there, she's playing. I think if this game didn't blow out, she could have played more than 25 minutes. Of course, she's still ramping back from that leg injury. GPP option right there, I will say Rachel Banham, she does not look bad. 8,200. She actually did play well versus the Indiana Fever last time. 36.25 fantasy points, 26 actual points, 5 assists out there for her. She is still handling the ball a little bit and able to facilitate, even with Atkins being out there. She's looking pretty comfortable in that role, actually, especially as they went on without having actual guards being out there. But you got two players that are technically technically playing out of position in Banham and Atkins. Neither one of them are point guards. Neither one of them are truly facilitators. They are both actually two guards when it comes down to it at the end of the day, but don't mind her. 8,200 right there. I will say that Julie Alleman, she's priced at 8K. I would take Alleman over Banham and Atkins. Alleman to me has the safer floor out of the three, and as we just seen, triple double upside apparently, she could definitely go out there and ramp up those stats, especially in the higher total of the two games. I wouldn't mind taking Alleman over those two right there. Kia Nurse, Rebecca Allen, GPP options right there. I'm never going to plant a flag on either one of those guys. Very too heavily reliant on scoring when it comes down to it at the end of the day. Onion Wene, she's out there, she's playing, but as always, she'll play 15-ish minutes and then get pulled. We will see some minutes for West Bell, Uzan. Those are going to be your other GPP flyer options that you can come down to right here, and that's really pretty much it. On the end of the field side of things, Aaliyah Boston 11-1, rightfully priced up and priced so, has played well going up against the Chicago Sky. Last time out versus them, she had 44.75 fantasy points. I imagine that we should see some more facilitating duties for Boston with both their guards being down, both their backup guards, unless magically Caitlin Clark is good to go and play today. If Clark plays, I imagine she'll be on a minutes limit. There's no way she goes out here and she plays a decent run or minutes or anything like that. So with that being said, Kelsey Mitchell 10-3, rightfully priced up and priced so. I don't see how we can get around not playing Kelsey Mitchell, especially if they are down guards. They're going to need her scoring. They're going to need her to actually handle the ball and, you know, play make, do something to be able to get the entry pass to Boston and just set up the offense and things of that nature, unless they sign someone else. I'm going to keep on saying that. Unless they sign someone else, they have not signed that. As of right now, my time, 8 o'clock in the morning. They haven't. Outside of that, Sophie Cunningham, she's out there, 7,200. I mean, if they don't have any other guards and she's going to have to play, I will have to have some consideration for Sophie Cunningham. Probably will be my pivot off of paying for Julie Alleman instead. Lexi Hull, she's out there. We got to consider her. She did play. She's been playing minutes, but she's been playing like shit. Granted, last couple games have been on the road. 10.5 versus Dallas, 5.5 Seattle, 5.5 the Sparks, 9 fantasy points versus the Phoenix Mercury. But she's back at home. Maybe we could see a 15, 20-ish fantasy point type of scoring for her here in this spot. They're going to need her to be out there, especially if they don't get another guard. 4,400, that's going to be our value that we could look to today. Dantas, Bibby, and Timpson rotating door. Dantas is the one that's actually going to see the minutes. At least to me is what it seems like she's going to see the minutes. Bibby, minutes were there, but now all of a sudden they're dipping down. And then Timpson, she will have random DNPs and then all of a sudden play 9 to 10 minutes. So that's just the rotating door, all GPP, nothing that I feel like we have to truly plant a flag on and say, hey, we're going to play this right here. For the Sparks, taking on the Golden State Valkyrie. Again, Kim Brinkman, 5K, decent filler option right here. She's playing at least 15 minutes is what I expect for her. I feel like she definitely kind of got a little bit more run and burn. Rakia Jackson being in foul trouble, even though Rakia's been playing amazing. 27, 25, and 20 actual points. My only problem is she's priced at 9,200. I personally feel like Rakia is not a 9K type of player. She's not. The upside for her comes from her scoring, which I think belongs more into the 8K range, where you can safely give me about a good 30-ish, 35 fantasy point outing. That 43.25, she had a shit ton of rebounds, 3 actual assists, and didn't hit any of her threes that she took out there in that game. That's very much a ceiling game for Rakia. I don't think 9,200, she's going to be able to continuously replicate that. She's not consistent enough to do that. Personally, I will not be playing her at that price tag. Julie Alleman, 8K. I like the price. Don't mind it at all. I'm not expecting another triple-double, but this has always been my safe play for going out there. You're going to give me about 20 fantasy points. I do think the upside could be there for her to give a bit more, 25. Maybe she could touch 30, especially with the way that she's been playing over these last couple of games. As Ray Stevens, priced at 9,800. I like the price. She's played well going up against the Golden State Valkyries. We have seen opposing centers. You can attack the Valkyries with opposing centers on the season. So definitely looking at her ability to stretch the floor, knock down the 3 ball. And to me, she's not losing minutes to Brink being back. I feel like it is really more Hamby that is losing the minutes out here when you look at it. 24, 29. Granted, I'm not exactly too sure. Granted, this game was OT, but 26 minutes as well in this game. I think Brink's been back for 4 games now, right? Let's make sure. Yeah. Brink's been back for the last 4 games, and I feel like it's been contributed to Hamby's minutes coming down a bit. 11K, I do not like that price for Hamby, especially if she's not going to go out there and play 32, 35 minutes like what she normally goes out there and plays. I would much rather just come down to Azrae Stevens at that 9,800 price tag. Hamby, definitely a GPP option. Same thing for Kelsey Plum. She's the highest price guard on the slate. why am I going to play 11-8 for Kelsey Plum when I go down to Julie Alleman, get the upside, the safety? It's not like Plum is going out here continuously dropping 40, 50 fantasy points games. I don't see the need to actually go to her here in this position spot. It's okay, definitely a GPP option, but I'm looking at Kelsey Mitchell. I need to play Kelsey Mitchell today. I'm not really going to go and fight to go ahead and play Kelsey Plum at that price. That's just personally my opinion right there when it comes down to it for that. Ray Burrell, interesting position in the spot. She is a tweener in regards to playing the guard and forward position. She got more minutes in that last game because Rakia Jackson was in foul trouble. So don't think too much into it. Definitely a option, a cheap option that you can get to. Just understand she's probably going to get you maybe 10 to 15 fantasy points would be in the realm of what you can go out there and get. 4,800, you might as well just go ahead and take the risk with Lexi Hull at the guard spot for her right there instead. Golden State Valkyrie on their side of things. Of course, this is going to be a decent matchup for them going up against the Sparks. As we have seen, opposing guards, they've been able to go out here and they've cooked versus them. Veronica Burton, she hasn't had the greatest games going up against them, 28, 20, and 13 fantasy points. She's been okay, but definitely should give us a little bit more juice here in the spot. Tiffany Hayes, in the one game that she played, she had 35 fantasy points going up against them. So that's actually really great to see for her. And then, but the real showstopper, the one that's been balling and that played well versus them, is going to be our girl Tammy Fag Bentley, sitting here priced at 7,600. Definitely room for some upside. Last time going up against them, and this was the OT game that she played versus them, 47 fantasy points in that matchup, 32 fantasy points and 21 fantasy points in her other two games versus them. I don't mind it, definitely do like the upside. We have seen opposing centers go out here and actually have really great games going up against the Sparks. Tina Charles 37, Aaliyah Boston 34, Ezzie Magnugar 37, Asia Wilson 65, Jonquil Jones 32, Tina Charles another 42. So definitely the upside is there for Tammy, especially if she stays out of foul trouble, she stays engaged. They feed her the rock, they actually look for her, get to her. We do know that the Sparks, they do kind of suck, not even kind of suck, they suck in that mid-range, and in the restricted zone in the paint area right there. Fag Bentley, she can stretch the floor, she can get out there, but she definitely can give us some upside with that. It is kind of crazy because of course Rupert, she is seeing the minutes out there. She's not going to start because Zan Lucini and Hayes, they're back. She's going to be playing off the bench. Definitely a GPP option that you can take. There's potential that maybe she splits the minutes evenly with Fag Bentley at the center spot, but I would take Fag Bentley, the one that's going to start for me for the upside that we should actually be able to get. Tiffany Hayes, I do like her, definitely, especially if she's able to hunt for that Plum matchup. She has the size advantage right there, and if her shot is raining and it's knocking it down from the three ball, I definitely do like the upside in regards to what Hayes can go out there and give us. 8,600, that's actually a really nice price that I really don't mind right there for it on the slate. Veronica Burton, that would be the GPP option right here. She's been in a little rut, 20 and a 9.5 fantasy points in the last two games after coming off some decent outings with 36 and 39. Again, hasn't had the greatest games going up against the Sparks, but this could be one of those days where she actually shakes it off. Definitely be the pivot to come down here to between the two when it comes down to it, between her and Hayes. And then last but not least, of course, everyone's favorite player, Salon. She cooked versus the Sparks on the season, 37 and 33 fantasy points. I see no reason not to want to go ahead and play Salon. We have seen some small forwards actually go out here and have decent games going up against them. 33.25 fantasy points for Marina Mabry. Of course, she's playing that 3 spot. Gabby Williams had 41 fantasy points versus them. Let's see who else. Citron 29.5, 29 fantasy points. Sanaya Rivers 37 fantasy points. So it's not a bad spot to actually look towards Salon, especially if she's going to be out there playing 30 minutes, like actually no bullshit, actually going to be out there playing, taking a ton of shots like she always does, but she has the rebound upside. She can facilitate and give us some defensive stats. So definitely wouldn't mind looking towards her as a potential play. Looking at it, if I was to try to stack out this game, personally for me, I'd say go ahead, slap in Fag Bentley, take Veronica Burton, or you could switch that around, take Salon, and take Salon over Fag Bentley instead. And then on the flip side, of course, I can run it back with my Azrae Stevens because I did say I actually do like her. Actually, you know what? Let's take out Fag Bentley. Let's go with let's play Salon. We'll play Salon. We'll play Salon instead right here. And then, of course, I want to talk about on the Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever game, Kelsey Mitchell. Just go ahead and plug her in. Boom. That'd be a decent core that I think you can actually start out, run with on today. Definitely has some upside, especially if Tiffany Hayes goes there and has a really great day. But if you want the GP upside, I definitely would say Veronica Burton. And saves you a little bit, gives you 7K. And then you just need run someone like, never mind. I'll let you guys figure that out. Good luck to everybody on the slate. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't done so already. Peace.